Welcome everybody, Envy here with another Elden Ring video. On this video we're going to be focusing on strength build weapons. So if you want to know my opinion on some of the weapons, well, here we go. No time waster, going to showcase them right now. So here we go. This is the first one, the Giant Crusher. As you can see, 60 strength. And I haven't upgraded any of these, so I'm just gonna be showcasing it as we go. So this is Colossal Hammer. So it has a moveset of the Colossal Hammer, very slow. And actually, this weapon you could apply any Ash of War. You could actually use Royal Knight's Resolve, which increases the strength by a whole lot for the next attack. And you could use all kinds of buffable stuff like the Jellyfish Shield, the Boil Aromatics, and Colin Vow. There's been plenty of builds where this weapon ends up one-shotting people or one-shotting bosses, doing about 16k or more in one hit. So there's people out there creating videos and doing one-hit challenges with this weapon. Or not just this one, but two of them. I think they carry one on each hand. They do a jump attack and they just do a two hit, and that's pretty much it counts as a one hit, I believe, because it's a dual wielding weapon. So this is the first one. So in my opinion, this is one of the best ones, S tier, once you upgrade all the way. And where you get it is actually very simple. It's in Atlas Plateau. The moment you reach there, you could basically get it right away. So once you're reached to this grace right here in the outer wall of Lindell, once you reach to this grace, just go south. There should be a caravan, and behind the caravan there's this chest you can open, and the weapons right there just waiting for you. But not to spoil anything, but there's like a little camp. There's gonna be something waiting for you there. So look forward to it. So our next weapon is actually the heavy. Was just a great sword, but I put it heavy because I love the Ash of War in this. Basically this one, the Lion's Claw. So on this weapon, it's a Colossal Greatsword moveset. This one's very famous for its roll poke, as you can see, or even just backstep poke. I think that's the Bloodhound step, I think it is. So this weapon is another great moveset one, and you could apply any Ash of War on it. Right now I have it at Lion's Claw, and that's 31 strength, 12 dex, and then once fully upgraded, you can actually put it on heavy, and I think it's the scaling A or S, I can't remember, but this is basically AKA the Guts Greatsword. So this sword has been in most, or if not all, the Dark Souls games. So there you go. This is one of the top strength weapons. This one you can actually get it fairly easy right in the beginning of the game. The moment you get out to the open world, you can actually just run through all this, run this way, and there you go. You could go to this grace just in case, because there's a caravan once again the caravan right there with the chest behind it. And once you open it, the weapon will be there waiting for you. Just be careful, because there's plenty of dogs roaming around. So if they catch you, and if you're like new, like low level, you'll probably get one-shotted. So just be careful. And that's the showcase of the Greatsword. Remember, Ash of War, you could apply anything you want on it. The same for the Knight Rider Glaive. This one's actually a quick weapon. You need strength 26, dex 10, and it's a fantastic moveset. It's a long reach, pretty quick, and you could apply it any Ash of War once again on it. You could even use any like fire or magic or lightning to put on it if you don't use any of the heavy or cane affinities to it. And it's pretty quick, fast, nice damage. And this one, actually, you could get it from a night boss. It's in Liurnia. It should be right there where you are marked in. So once you go to the academy, you could actually teleport through this way and then just run through all the way to this church to get the grace, and then just rest on it, pass the time to nighttime, and just backtrack back, and it should be roaming around this forest area, the night boss. And then once you defeat the night cavalry, he ends up giving you the weapon, which is this one. It's one of a great moveset, great for PvE and PvP. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's all move on to the next weapon. Let's do this quick, I don't want to waste your time. So the next one is a Royal Greatsword. This is another Colossal Greatsword. As you can see, very slow but heavy damage on it. And the first three you could apply any Astral War you would like, but these upcoming weapons, they come with their own Astral War already. This one's very unique. I love the Astral War on this. As you can see, it's a 2-hit combo. Boom. So first the landing hit is an actual like 1 hit, and then the explosion is the second hit. And the second hit is what does the most damage. Colossal weapon and very great unique Astral War. Strength 26. You for this one, sadly you need 22 int to use, and Dex 18, and it scales off basically strength and int. But other than that, it's basically an amazing sword. This one you end up getting as you progress through the Ronnie questline. So basically on the tower, this is where Ronnie usually is at. You just go talk to her and continue her questline. The moment you reach to the Lake of Rot and defeat the Shadow Belflow or something like that. Once you defeat that one, that monster, I believe there's somebody waiting for you in front of Ronnie's Rise, like right in front of it. It becomes an enemy and you basically fight him. Once you fight him and defeat him in battle, he actually gives you this weapon. Very cool design, very unique, and an amazing Astral War once again. As you can see, so beautiful. Well, up to the next weapon, Ruined Greatsword. The Ruined Greatsword is another amazing strength weapon. This one you need 50 strength, another int weapon as well, 16 ints, and that's pretty much it. This weapon actually scales off a lot in strength and nothing in int, so you just need to have 16 ints, and that's pretty much it. You don't have to apply any more ints. Well, int for intelligence, just in case you guys didn't know. But yeah, 50 strength, and this weapon is very unique to itself. As you can see, it's like a piece of chunk of a ruin, I guess, a fragment. And it's another Colossal Greatsword, as you can see, the moveset. And then the roll poke. And then this one comes with this unique Astral War as well, which is Wave of Destruction. And once upgraded, it does a lot of damage. It could hit over 1,000, like 1.5k or so. And the only downside for this is basically the Astral War. It takes a while to activate, so PvP it's gonna be kind of hard. But PvE is a good a good weapon to basically bring down your foes, your bosses, or hit a boss from a distance, basically. So, and there you go. That's I think one of my playthroughs. Actually, I'm using this weapon right here. If you want to see more, you could visit my channel and you could see some of my let's plays. And I'm actually using this weapon here, Ruined Greatsword. I wanted to try out a different weapon from my current actual regular playthroughs. So this is my let's play. And this one, actually, you get it from Radahn's castle, right before Radahn. So right here by Caleb. If you run through all this and then traverse through all the castle, and you end up getting to this part, there should be a boss, which is a Crucible, and I forget the other guy's name. But once you defeat both of them, you end up getting this amazing sword, Ruined Greatsword. And that's pretty much it for this one. Let's continue on. Grafted Blade Greatsword. This one is another, we get it right in the beginning. It's on the Whipping Peninsula, another Greatsword moveset with the poke and everything. And the Astral War actually, I think it boosts your stats +5, like gives you vigor. As you can see, my stats, I think it gives you vigor, mind, endurance, strength. I'm not sure if all of them, but let's find out. Right there you can see 50 50, 40 40, 60. And then once I use the Astral War on this, let's check it out. It increases my vigor, endurance, strength, dex, intelligence, faith, and arcane. It increases everything but mine, I believe, as you can see. So it's a great weapon for a beginner. Beginner strength weapon. It doesn't do that much damage. It doesn't scale off well at the late game, but it's an amazing sword to have right in the beginning. Crafted blade sword, and this sword reminds me of the chair from Game of Thrones that you can see is made out of many swords. I feel like that's the point of the design. Maybe like an Easter egg through of Game of Thrones. But this weapon, you could actually get it, like I said, in Whipping Peninsula. You could get it here on Castle Morn. So this is where you start, the first step. So if you go down below, you end up in the Whipping Peninsula area, which is all this. Go down to Castle Morn, traverse through the whole castle, and then you end up defeating the boss, and you actually get this weapon from him. And the requirements are 40 strength and 14 dex. It's very early, so it's gonna be hard to get the requirement. I think you need about, maybe, what is it, 26? No, 27 probably. Yeah, you need 27 strength. When you dual wield, you'll be able to use it with both hands. And let's move on to the next one. So that was crafted. This is a Godslayer Greatsword. Godslayer Greatsword. It's another Colossal Greatsword. Very good moveset. The poke. And then has a unique Asher Warren. So it's a 2-hit combo. So the first swing, that's a 1 hit. And the second hit actually does more damage. The second hit basically applies Black Flame, so it's a tick damage. Let me show you what I mean by that. So the first hit is like the draw, and then the second hit does a massive damage. And you can see it hits by like 2 for like 1 or 2 seconds. So that's what I mean by tick damage. As you upgrade the weapon, that tick damage gets even stronger. It's not up by much, maybe about 20 damage per second, or 20 per like half a second, or even less, a third of a second. But this sword's another great weapon for strength. It's actually strength and faith, but it could go either way. In the future, I'll probably do a faith weapon as well, and it might come out again. So as you can see, 20 strength, 20 faith, 22 dex. So that's pretty much it for this one. Where you get it, let me see, let me show you. It's basically in Caelid. You're gonna go to the Divine Tower, and as you traverse downwards to the Divine Tower, it's like a lot of the dropping and everything. Once you reach to the boss, it's one of the Godskins guys. Once you defeat him, behind the door, should be a chest, and in the chest, that's where you get this amazing weapon, the Godslayer Greatsword. Well, without further ado, let's continue on with the next one. We have 2 more, which are these 2. Kisa's Wheel. This is a Colossal Hammer, like basically like the first one I show you, the Giant Crusher, the moveset. And this one's very unique because it has a special Asher War, which is this. If you ever played Bloodborne, this weapon came out there, so it's like an Easter egg for Bloodborne. And then the longer you hold it, basically this weapon actually applies bleed, so it's an easy way to proc bleed constantly. A lot of people use this weapon in Melania, so they end up defeating her fairly quickly if you're lucky enough to stun her. If it's like 1 or 2 of you, you could probably stun lock her, and just defeat her by proccing bleed on her. And that's pretty much it. This is a Colossal Hammer, and where you get it is you get it from the Volcano Manor area. Once you reach Volcano Manor, and then you go upstairs, you get invaded by a red phantom. That red phantom actually has this weapon, and he's trying to kill you with it. But if you manage to defeat him, he drops this weapon for you, and that's where you get it. It's a very unique and very amazing weapon, once again. And then for the last one, Falling Star Beast Jaw. So there's another hammer moveset. It's another great sword. Oh, I forgot to show you the requirements for this. So it's 28 strength, 18 dex, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. And then for the Falling Star Beast Jaw, you need 34 strength, 20 int, and 12 dex. This one's, what amazing about it is the Asher War. It's very repetitive, but a lot of people love it. You could basically stun lock a lot of enemies with this. Oh, let me recover my my FP so I could show you. So it's a colossal moveset, so that's not what is important about it, but it's the Ash of War. From any distance, basically, you could use the Ash of War. It strikes them with the light of gravity from afar, as you can see. And you can actually do it repeatedly. And as you can see, only 2 of them, 2 hits, actually stuns the enemy. See? 1, 2, stun. 1, 2. Am I hitting those? There you go. Yeah, every 2 hits, I could stun lock these guys. And you see, I used up all my stamina and FP. And if of course, if it's fully upgraded, it does way more damage than that. It does like about almost 1k or above 1k, depending what kind of talismans you have. But yeah, this weapon is very repetitive, but if people love playing that way, there's no judgment here. Use whatever weapon you like. And that's pretty much it for my strength builds. Well, strength weapons that I recommend. I have others, but I feel like they're not as good as those. Mainly I love using Greatsword and Giant Crusher, but yeah, everybody likes their own unique weapons. Any weapon you like that you love, go ahead and use it. It's no problem with me, there's no judgment here, but these are just my opinion on some of the best strength weapons and that I love myself. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, it will help me out a lot. If you're new to the channel, you're always welcome to subscribe. I do daily content. And like always, this is Sanvi signing out. See you in the next video. Bye bye.